I'm gonna need some Hennessy for this. Damn it. Let's review this. Spider-Man Far From Home. Why are they doing this to Spider-Man? Why are they doing this? First off, I'm gonna get out the positives. The positive is Mysterio. He is great in this movie. He's a great villain. Mysterio kills it in this movie. My problem with the movie is everything else. Every single thing else. I mean, Nick Fury and Maria Hill, I don't really care about. So, I mean, I guess it's not a problem. They're just there. But everything else I have a problem with. It's the same problems I had with Homecoming. Everything outside of Spider-Man is bad. And my slight hope for Homecoming was MJ, who is now technically MJ. I don't think she was MJ throughout the whole movie of Homecoming. I think she was someone else. Maybe Michelle or whatever. Point is, MJ was my only hope in Homecoming. And Far From Home, that hope is gone. Because now she is MJ. She's technically Mary Jane. I'm just going to stop calling her whatever the fuck they were calling her. They need to stop calling her whatever the fuck they're calling her. Because I'm even calling her MJ. They're saying she's MJ, but she's technically not Mary Jane. But yeah, we're going to use MJ. Come on, man. She's fucking Mary Jane. She's MJ. Stop with that. That's like having a Spider-Man. Like, technically, we're gonna call him Parker Peter, but he's not Spider-Man. Come on, man. That's like having Stacy Gwen or some other bullshit, some other thing with the same initials or the same meaning, and you're trying to say it's not. It's fucking Mary Jane. Let's just get that out the way. This is Mary Jane in her new form, which is horrible. If we're gonna make her Mary Jane, and I have to base her off Mary Jane from the comics or anything else, and I have to compare her to that because you're forcing me to compare her to that. And I didn't want to compare her to that. I wanted her to be her own character. I really like this character. Like I said in Homecoming, I loved the character. I really did. I really liked it. But now that she's MJ and she's Mary Jane, I have to compare her to what Mary Jane's supposed to be. And this is not it. This is just not Mary Jane. This would have been a great new character, but Mary Jane, no. This is a horrible MJ. And she was always going to be a horrible MJ. She could have been her own separate thing, but as an MJ character, she's horrible. This is a really, really bad interpretation of MJ, which is the same thing I kind of feel about that Batman vs. Superman movie when we looked at Lex Luthor. Like, that's a horrible interpretation of Lex Luthor. It's the same thing with MJ. It's the same damn thing. So now, the positive about Homecoming, that's gone. And everything else is the same problems. I don't care about his friend. I don't even remember the girl's name. Whoever that storyline to me, I don't even care about it. I don't even know why we had to put that in there with the friend having his girl and stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I never was a fan of Spider-Man even having anyone to talk to, because that's just never how he's been. He's always been this lone wolf thing. And honestly, he's not even, like I said, he's not even unpopular. The whole thing about Spider-Man was he's this unpopular kid trying to make it through high school, and that's not the case. He's pretty popular. Flash Thompson, like I said in Homecoming, that's a horrible Flash Thompson. I think it's just completely, it doesn't feel like Peter Parker. This feels like another dude who's Spider-Man. That's how it feels. He just has Peter Parker as his name, but everything else, he just seems like someone else. Seems like some other dude who got bitten by a spider, but not Peter Parker. You could have called him something different, honestly, and I thought he'd someone else. He'd be someone else. Movie. I think this is probably going to be the last Spider-Man movie I see for a minute. I gotta be done, you guys. I'm kind of defeated on this. I kind of figured this would happen, but a lot of people loved Far From Home, which because Mysterio, I think, carried a lot of it. He was great. He was fantastic, but I can't just give you a great film because the villain's great. Everything else is really not good to me in this movie. The villain is fine. The villain is fantastic, but everything else sucks to me personally. Any hope of this having a resemblance of Peter Parker is gone. There's nothing that I really compare to him outside of the names. Like, they have the names, but they don't have any of the character's personality or anything else. Flash Thompson's not the same. Peter really isn't the same. MJ's not the same. Everyone is completely different. The only thing that has somewhat of a resemblance is the villains. I mean, yes, this is still kind of a different Mysterio, but for the most part, you know, he's still using illusion and tricks and stuff, and they're getting at least the villains right. They might add a twist in here, but the twist with the villains is working, because these were a lower level type of villains. These were not as popular villains. Vulture's not a popular villain. Mysterio, he's somewhat popular. A lot of Spider-Man fans love him, but he still wasn't the first choice of, okay, this is going to be the villain to lead a movie. So they're like lower popular villains. So you can add a twist on them because you need to find a way to help them lead a movie, help them carry a movie without anyone else's help or any other villain's help. So you adding a twist might actually work for that. And so far, they've done a great job with that. Everything else, I feel like they're adding a twist on and it's making it worse. And I think I'm the only one who notices. I think I'm the only one who cares. I might be the only one who cares, but I gotta call it how I see it. And this is not Spider-Man to me. This is some different guy trying to be Spider-Man. I had a lot of hope with Civil War when he was first introduced, but that's because I didn't know anything. I didn't know how they were going to do this character. Also, is everyone going to know his identity? Aunt May knows it. This Fran knows it. I'm just waiting for everyone else to know. I know MJ kind of found out somewhat of a similar way in the comics, somewhat similar, not, you know, exactly, but, you know, she pretty much found out he was Spider-Man, but still, everyone's just going to know his identity now. Like, I'm just ready for the class to reveal him itself. I think it actually happened. Yeah, it did happen at the end of the movie. I'm tripping. So yeah, everyone's going to know his identity, which, to be fair, damn near everyone knows now. So, at the end of the movie, they did say, I think, Mysterio revealed that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, which to me, was whatever. It's like, whatever. I mean, I was waiting for everyone to know it at this point anyway. They might as well. Just get rid of it all. That's why I'm saying he's a completely different Spider-Man. Completely different to me. He doesn't feel the same. Just saying. And yeah, that's pretty much my review. It's like if I had to rank it on a grading scale, I'd give it like a D+. Mysterio pretty much stopped it from being an F. If it wasn't for him, it'd be a really bad movie for me, but it's D+, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, that's my review on Spider-Man Far From Home. I thought I reviewed this one because I reviewed Homecoming. And I don't know if I'm going to review another one. Also, I did Into the Spider-Verse, but I don't think I'm going to do another Spider-Man movie. I think I'll just stick to Spawn and see how it is. And maybe I'm tough on Spider-Man. Maybe I am. Because maybe if this was a Spawn movie and everyone liked it, I wouldn't go as hard. But the difference being, Spider-Man's going to always get a movie. Spawn, he may never get a movie again if it's not good and everyone likes it. Let's face it, there's been 5 Spider-Man movies in the past 20 years. I think that's more solo movies than any other hero. Is it 5 or 4? No, it's 5. Oh wait, it might be 7. What am I talking about? I think it's 7. Anyway, the point being is there's a lot of solo movies for Spider-Man, more than any other hero out there. There's never been more solo movies, I think, in the past 20 years outside. Yeah, no one. He's the leader of it. He always has a solo movie here and there. Anyway, that's my review for Spider-Man Far From Home. Yeah, a little disappointing for me because a lot of people thought it was great. I did not. I was not a fan. In fact, I'm even a less fan of Spider-Man Far From Home than I am of Homecoming. Because Homecoming, there was still some mystery to be solved. I figured, you know, they might change some things, make it better. And yeah, not for me. That's gonna be it. That's my review for it. C-Dub out, y'all. Peace.